Hi, teacher candidates. My name is Dr. Pena Florida, and today I'm going to show you the second tutorial on how to add your About Me page onto your teaching performance expectations portfolio on Google Sites. So the first thing I want for you to do is to type on the web browser sites.google.com. Once you do that, find the Google Sites webpage that you created from the last session. Yours should have your title name is your PUC username, TPE 21-22. Open it and your screen should look similar to mine. So in our first tutorial, I showed you how to create the home page. And so today, the goal is to add the About Me page. So what I want for you to do, on the right-hand side of your screen, you're going to see the word Insert, the word Pages, and the word Themes. Click on Pages, and you'll see at the very bottom, right-hand side, a little plus sign. Click on that, and then write About Me. Click Done, and now you have an About Me page. When you are done creating your About Me page, it's going to look similar to this. This is the exemplar text that I'm creating for you that you'll have access to once we finish all of the tutorials. So for your About Me page, this is multiple subjects. If you're multiple subjects, you'll have your name and then a little bit of your information, and then your field experience locations. If you're single subject, yours is going to look very similar. You'll have your About Me page, and then you'll have your field experience location. And of course, yours is going to change based upon your subject, whether it's English or PE, history, math, science. All right, so let's do this. On the right-hand side, click on Insert. And what the easiest thing to do is to use the pre-made layouts. So the one that I used for this one right here is the layout on the top left-hand side. So click on it, and it looks like this. Where it says click to edit text, click on it, and then write your first and your last name. Hover your mouse over the plus sign on the left-hand side and upload your image, whatever your image is, a picture of yourself. If you want your picture to look to be longer than what its default is, you just take one of the little circles and then you just elongate it, just like that. And so now what you want to do is you want to add the information. So you're adding your address, your phone, your email, your major, your minor if you have one. And then you're adding a little blurb about yourself. So make sure that you write your personal information, and then any special interests, hobbies, life experience, leadership, roles in college, travels, talents, and abilities. But keep it short, so you can see mine is pretty short, just three very short paragraphs. Feel free to pause this video and complete the information, and when you're ready to continue on, unpause. All right, welcome back. So you should have your About Me page pretty much done, and we're ready to now add your field placement experience, your field experience locations. Looks like this. So what you want to do next is where you see me scrolling up and down, this is where you add all of the information that you're going to be adding onto your Google Sites page. So scroll down a little bit till you see this line, this horizontal line, and the word divider. Click on that, and it will divide the section above from the section below. Let me move myself a little bit higher. Okay, so now what we're going to do is we're going to add the field experience location so it looks similar to this. So what you want to do now is click on text box. It appears right below the divider line. Click on title and title this field experience locations. The easiest way to get these two boxes, text boxes, is to use this layout right here where my cursor is. So just click on it. And now what I'm going to be doing is showing you how to delete the unnecessary text boxes. So let's first delete the images because you don't need them. So place your cursor over the box and it should look like this, a solid blue line around. Click on it, erase. And then do the same with the other placeholder. So you place your cursor over it, it'll turn blue. Click on it, erase. Now let's get rid of the click to edit text. So what you want to do is click on it and then erase. And the same thing, click on text to edit, erase. But now if you notice, it's not flushed to the field experiences. So what you want to do is you want to click on it until you see these two circles and then make sure that it's aligned. And that's the same thing with this one. There you go. And so now you're ready to add the information. Oh, but I forgot one thing. Underneath field experience locations, we need to add the actual specific lab or the precept of student teaching or the student teaching. So let's do that. So click on text box, and then the text box should appear under the field experience location. Change it to heading, and then title it your lab. So most of you guys are, if you're secondary, it'll be secondary and then the subject and then the lab. If it's multiple subject, if you're multiple subject, yours is going to look a little bit different. You're going to have more labs than secondary, single subject. You'll have a math lab, English language arts lab, a Bible lab, in addition, because you're multiple subject. Okay, so now what you want to do is add the information that's necessary, that's required for this field experience location. And what you need is the location of your placement for your secondary or your multiple subject lab. So the location, the school, your mentor teacher, and your grade. And then on the right-hand side, a brief description about your placement, your mentor teacher, and a brief summary of your experience. What I want you to do now is pause and fill in the information. And then when you're ready to move on to copy and pasting what we just created here, so you don't have to redo it every time, unpause and I'll show you how to copy and paste. Okay, so you finished writing your secondary subject lab, whichever one it is, or if you're multiple subject, your math lab, your Bible lab, your English language arts lab. So let's copy and paste it so you don't have to redo this every single time. So when you put your cursor over the secondary subject lab, you'll see these three icons. What you want to choose is the duplicate section, the one that says duplicate section, or the one that looks like paper. Click on it and it'll copy and paste right below. So we want to move it below the descriptor and the location, school, teacher, grade. So that how we do that is we hover our cursor over the text box until you see the four arrows pointing north, south, east, west, and then you see those parallel dotted lines. Click on it and then bring it down. So you see how that blue line is letting you know where it's going to go. And there you go. And then we want to copy and paste, of course, these text boxes. So same thing, duplicate the section. It'll duplicate right underneath. Hover, move, and there you go. And then, of course, you want to change this to whatever it is. So if you're a multiple subject, it could be your Bible lab, or it could be your math lab, or it could be your English language arts lab. If you're secondary, this will be your pre-session student teaching. And then, of course, finish the information. That's here, the location, school, teacher, grade, and a brief description. So that's what it looks like. So on the exemplar text, if you're single subject, your final page will look something similar to this. You'll have your about me. You won't have the SS. It'll just say about me. Of course, your name, your information, a brief descriptor of who you are, a nice picture, and then your field experience locations, your secondary subject lab, and then your pre-session student teaching. And then, of course, once you're done, you're going to have your student teaching at the bottom. If you're multiple subject, yours is going to look similar. You'll have your About Me section. And then for your field experience location, you'll have a little bit more because you're multiple subjects. Math lab, English language arts lab, Bible lab, pre-session student teaching, and then eventually your student teaching. This concludes our tutorial on how to add your About Me page and your field experience location. For our next tutorial, I'm going to show you how to create pages for your TPE 1 all the way through 7. See you then.